Making changes to a growing business is never easy. But with the stock market bottoming out in March, it became clear that Zip would need a rejig, reducing its headcount by about 20%.
We had to go through a cost-cutting exercise, and regrettably that meant a reduction in workforce, but we felt it prudent to manage the long-term future of the business and to secure that in the face of growth that might not be coming, where we'd invested ahead of the curve.
Social distancing rules resulted in Aussies spending several months cooped up at home, which meant online shopping boomed. Zip increased its customers in the 12 months to November by 104% to 5.3 million.
Clearly, in hindsight, arguably COVID has been a tailwind for a business such as Zip. We saw a significant shift in the way Australians spent and shopped, and there was a huge flight to online. There was significant uptick in online marketplace transactions and also purchases for the home. So, some large iconic Australian retailers such as Bunnings and Officeworks arguably were thriving during this period, and Zip has a strong relationship with those platforms.
The buy now, pay later sector has its critics, with the surcharges it bills retailers and the fees it passes on to customers.
Regulators are investigating the buy now, pay later space and could make some changes. But Zip says if regulations are added, then it could help their business.
We don't necessarily see consumer harms requiring legislation or regulation at this stage. However, should that be an eventuality, Zip is obviously very well placed, and arguably that would be a competitive advantage.
The other development this year has been buy now, pay later companies partnering with banks, blurring the lines for how credit is given to customers.
There's a huge shift away from traditional credit products such as credit cards, which have clearly been an entry point for the banks to other credit products. So I think the banks are sort of taking the view that they need to collaborate rather than compete.
Zip's focus next year is to keep expanding and build up its acceptance with bricks and mortar retail. Edward Boyd, Sky News.